If you want a build that gets contact dunks, can dribble fast, shoot insanely well, and clamp up on defense, then you've come to the right place. What's up, guys? It's a little back with another video, and NBA 2K24 is finally here. And I have never been this excited because I really think I made a crazy build. Like, I'm telling y'all, this could really be the meta guard build right here that I'm about to show you. Before I jump into the builder, sub up if you guys are excited for 2K24. I'm really excited. We're gonna be going crazy this year. And sub up for 2K24 giveaways. I've already done 30 giveaways and I got a lot more coming, so stay tuned. If this video reaches 10,000 likes, I will drop my jump shot video tomorrow. Without further ado, let's jump into the builder. Okay, so we are in the My Player Builder. Now, when you're on this screen and you're about to make the file for your build, if you've already been playing the game for a few weeks, a few months, I don't know when you're watching this video, it will probably ask you if you want to make a rebirth build. Say yes, make a rebirth, because you'll start out at a 90 overall instead of an 85. And the first screen that you are hit with in the My Player Builder is create your own or NBA template. If you guys pick NBA player template, you guys can see you could pick your position, you could pick basically any player in the game. But I think that these templates are more for casuals, for someone like us that's really gonna want to perfect the build, like really put every attribute at the exact right point to get certain badges and stuff like that. We want to create our own build, bro. These templates, I feel like they're just more for casuals. I mean, you can tweak them. Like if I go ahead and do the Palaban Carroll template, you know, I could lower the driving dunk, put the standing dunk up. But for someone like me, I want to start from scratch. So we're gonna go with create your own. I always go with right hand, and the jersey number, of course, is up to you. And now we got to talk about the height of our build. Point guards this year can go from 5'7" up to 6'8". You guys know last year there was 6'9" demigod point guards. That is not in the game anymore. Not only were 6'9" builds nerfed, but point guards can only go to 6'8". I assume most of you guys are going to copy down my exact build, so like we'll get into that. But just so you guys know, if you do want to pick a different height, say you want to go 6'1", or maybe you want to go with like a 6'7" point guard, basically what you guys need to know is you guys see the attributes, a lot of them change. When you change your height, this is the physical that changes the attributes the most. It pretty much affects like every single attribute. You guys see the possible badges on the right side of the screen. It will also change around what tier those badges are in. And if you don't understand the new tiered badge system, I'll talk about it more in a second. So I like playing the twos, so I can't really make a 6'2" or a 6'1" like you could, but those builds are going to be very bad at defense. You need defense on the twos. Those are mainly for threes. I'm sure I'll make one of those builds eventually. And so the three heights that I considered the most when I was making my point guard build is 6'4", 6'6", and 6'7". Now the reason you'd go 6'7" or 6'6" is to get more defense, and at 6'7" you can get the anchor badge. That's really the only reason I would go 6'7". But after playing the game, I really think they nerfed a lot of these tall ISO builds this year. Like dribbling felt slow with them, and so I want to be fast, especially with my first build. I don't want to go with something weird, go really tall in a point guard and mess it up. So with my height, I'm going with 6'4". That's a pretty solid height. Some of you guys might be concerned about the defense because it's not the tallest, but y'all will see the defense on this build is crazy. Now when you guys are choosing your weight, this is going to change around your speed, your excel. This is the physical stat that matters the least, and the height that I'm going with is 178 pounds. Most of the time when you're making a guard build, you're going to want to go close to minimum weight so that you can get the most speed, the most excel, so that you can be the quickest. You guys can see we can get 94 excel in this build, but we're not going to get that. That's just very expensive, and we're trying to make an all-around build. We're still going to have a really high excel, but we don't need that. So what I noticed is you could actually go up on the weight if you want to make a fat point guard for some reason. You could go up to like, I think 214 and still make my exact build, but I'm not doing that. We're going to go with a little bit lighter than that, and we're going to go with 178 on the weight. Now for the wingspan, when I was originally making this build, I wanted an insane three-pointer, so I was lowering it, trying to get my three up, because as you guys know, when you lower your wingspan, your three-point can go up. You guys can see I can get a 99.3 if I go minimum wingspan. Don't be a bot, bro. Don't be a casual and lower this, because people, you know, especially young kids, when they hop in the build here, I'm talking like 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, a lot of you guys just get mesmerized by that three-point rating. You're like, oh my god, I can get a 99 three-point if I go minimum wingspan. Don't do that, because you're going to be so bad on defense. You're going to have T-Rex arms, bro. Your arms are going to be so small. So the wingspan that I was actually looking at was 6'6". So the wingspan that I was first looking at was actually 6'6", and I was a little concerned because that's kind of low. Minimum is 6'4", so it's a little bit above minimum. I was talking to people. I was like, bro, is this build going to be good at defense? I'm a little bit concerned. And I realized that I could still make the build that I wanted to make with going with max wingspan. So this build's going to be insane on defense, bro. Max wingspan is huge, especially as a 6'4". You know, we're not the tallest, so that wingspan is going to help us out on defense, and the build's still going to be insane on offense, as you're about to see. Okay, now we are on the attribute screen. This is probably the most fun screen in the entire build. builder, and it also of course matters the most when you're making your build, so you do not want to mess this up. The first thing that you guys need to know is that badge points are gone. You're probably saying, what? Badge points are like, how do you get badges then? There is now a tiered badge system. You guys see there's S tier badges, there's A tier badges, there's B tier, and there's also C tier. Basically how it works this year is if you can get a badge, like let me put up close shot real quick. Let's put this up. Okay, bang, we can get Giant Slayer on silver. Any of the badges light up over here, you're immediately gonna get those on bronze. So when you make your build and when you go in the park, if you have your close shot upgraded and you can get a certain badge, you will get that on bronze right away. And basically if you continuously use a badge, that badge will go up. So you guys can see I can get Giant Slayer on silver. If I keep using this badge, it'll go to silver. But if I stop using that badge, you know what I'm saying, it stops popping up in the park a lot, it's just not activating, it will go back to bronze. But no badges can go below bronze this year, so you'll always have those bronze badges at the worst. Also, S tier badges, those are the hardest to earn and the easiest to lose, whereas C tier badges, those are going to be the easiest to earn. So if you see a badge you like a lot in C tier, you're probably going to get that, you know, Hall of Fame pretty easily, or gold, whatever. They're also very hard to lose, so that's how the tiered badge system works. I know some of y'all just want to see the build, but this is very important. What affiliation you pick gives you a boost to your attributes. So if you pick the Rise affiliation, you get a boost of +1 to your playmaking and finishing. And if you pick the Elite affiliation, you get a boost of +1 to your shooting and defensive attributes. Now, what you guys need to know is that this is not going to unlock new badges for you. Like, let's say you guys see you need an 85-3 to get limitless range on bronze. If you had an 84 in the builder and then you go with the Elite affiliation for the +1 shooting boost, it's not going to unlock limitless range for you. Like, it's not going to help you get badges. It's also not going to help you get affiliations. Think of it more as like, you know, when you go to the boost stand and buy boost from the boost lady. It just kind of helps you out a little bit. Okay, so let's jump into the build. Once again, bro, I really think I went crazy with this. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments. Starting off, we are going to put our ball handle up to a 92. This is going to be one of, if not our highest stats on the entire build. You guys can see the speed booster badge speeds up the explosion or burst a player has when attacking from the perimeter. A lot of the badges this year are hard to get. Not only do they have high requirements, like limitless range, for example, you need an 85-3 this year to just get it on bronze. A lot of these requirements are high, and also like for speed booster, bro, you need ball handle, speed of ball, and then also speed or excel. So that's 3 different attributes just for one badge. But this speed booster badge is basically like quick first step from years past. If you guys have played other 2Ks, it's going to be very important. And in order to get this, we have to also increase our speed of the ball. We're going to put this to an 83, and then we're going to go down to our excel. We're going to bump this up because, guys, excel over speed on guards this year. I'm telling you, excel is that burst, like that first step, that explosion when you're dribbling. Speed is all for running around the court and also playing defense. Speed of the ball, that is like when you've been running in one direction for a while, like your speed of the ball will kick in. But acceleration, that is like your first step, first move. So acceleration, you want that high. So we're gonna go with 87 on the excel. This gives us gold speed booster and a ton of other badges. You guys see below by, this is gonna be a really good badges here. We also have that on gold, but we're not done there. Now this isn't gonna really give us like Hall of Fame speed booster. It's not gonna give us any, you know, crazier badges, but we want as high of an excel as we can. So we're gonna go with an 89 excel on this build. Next up, let's talk about the 3-point shot, because I know a lot of people are probably wondering, what did Solo put his 3 at? On this build, we're going with an 86 3-point shot. Now hear me out. I originally wanted to go for gold limitless range, which you need a 96 3 for that. But what you guys gotta understand is when you go really high in an attribute, like even a 92 ball handle, like that's pretty high. That is very expensive. Like it spends a lot of attribute points. So when I had my 96 3 with gold limitless range, like I was unable to get like say contact dunks, which we're about to get, and I was also unable to get good defense. So I am going to be lowering the 3-point down. We're going to get an 86, which still gives you bronze limitless range, and then also silver agent 3, one of the best badges in the game. We're still going to shoot fine. I think if you're going to go with a 96 3, you're going to be having like no defense on your build and probably also no contact dunks. You guys can see with an 86 3, we get silver agent 3, silver blinders, silver deadeye, bronze limitless range. We get gold catch and shoot. We also get silver green machine, silver guard up, silver space creator, gold spot finder, gold claymore, gold comeback kid, gold corner specialist. Yo, why is there so many shooting badges? Silver open looks and silver whistle. So the badges are pretty good. It's going to be very tough to get Hall of Fame badges this year. If you want Hall of Fame badges, your build's going to be good at like one thing, maybe 2 things. You're not going to be able to make a balanced build. Next up, it's time to get our contact dunk. So basically what you guys need to know is if you go 86 on the driving dunk, that will give you silver posterizer. You guys can see we also need vertical. So let me go down here and put up vertical. You see 70 gets bronze, and if we go 75, we get silver. Don't get tricked by this. A lot of casuals are going to stop at an 86 driving dunk. If you want contact dunks, you got to go 87. I went to community day. I saw the requirements. Obviously, you know, you guys can see them in game, but I've known this. I saw the little packet they gave me with all the animation requirements. 87 driving dunk for the first tier of contacts, 89 for that second tier. I think the third tier is at 92 and the fourth tier, the highest tier, is like 96. We're not doing all that. Again, if you get really close to 99, you start going for 96 in your stats, it's hard to make a balanced build, so we're not going to do that. We're going to get the second tier of contact dunks. We're going to have 2 different contact dunks, but we're not stopping here. We're also going to get a 90 driver, and it's get gold precision dunker, which I think is going to be a very underrated badge this year. It's a new badge, as you guys can see, improves a player's ability to make skill dunks. So I believe this is like when you flick up and down with the stick and use the dunk meter. That's going to be a very vital skill in NBA 2K24. I recommend you guys learn that if you don't know how to dunk with a dunk meter. We will not be touching our close shot or our driving layup. Trust me, you don't really need it. You're still going to make layups and close shots if you're wide open. And 72, that's pretty good. Our standing dunk will go up 1 to a 26. I ended up doing this at the end of the build, but you know, since we're on the finishing category, I might as well do that now. So looking at our finishing badges, we get silver posterizer, silver slithery, gold precision dunker, gold bunny, silver whistle, gold aerial wizard, Hall of Fame spin cycle, and Hall of Fame two-step. So we do get some Hall of Fame badges on this build. The finishing is an underrated aspect of this build. Like, this is really an all-around build. We haven't even got to the defense yet. This two-step badge is actually gonna be pretty good too. Improves a player's ability to make Euro step and cradle layups or dunks. So if you like to do Euro steps, this is gonna be insane for you. And 2K already said a lot of those weird, I'm not gonna say weird, but a lot of those different moves like Euro steps or post fades or just stuff like that, spin shots, a lot of those are gonna be OP this year. Also, when we look at our driving layup, there's a few other badges that pop up, like Giant Slayer. We're gonna have this on silver, Acrobat is on bronze, Float Game is on silver, Pro Touch is on gold, Scooper is on silver. Before we go to our defense, pass accuracy is very important, so let's talk about it real quick and let's upgrade it, because we're not going with a 62 pass accuracy. We're going with a 75 pass accuracy. For guards, I really think this is the minimum. Maybe 70, I wouldn't really risk that though. 75 is the minimum. Because at 75, you're gonna get a bunch of different pass styles. If you're watching a YouTuber and you see they have a low pass accuracy, do not trust them. Like, off the bat, bro, do not trust them. Get off that video immediately, because they have not thought everything through. They do not know what they're talking about. I'm going with a 75, although 80 unlocks even more pass styles. That's something you guys could consider. We're gonna go with a 75. Something else that's crazy, bro, Bailout is at an 87 pass accuracy this year for just bronze. So a lot of people are not gonna be bailing out of shots this year. We get Dimer on silver, Relay Passer on bronze, Special Delivery silver, Touch Passer bronze, and Break Starter on silver. I want to show y'all some of the ball handle badges that I get, so some of the dribbling badges, but stamina is tied into a lot of those badges, so let's upgrade that. We're gonna be going with a 96 stamina. This gives us gold handles for days. And then also the speed on this build, we're gonna be going with an 80. Also, since we're down here, vertical, put this at a 76 for the first tier of contact dunks, and a 78 is what we're going with. That is how you can get the second tier of contact dunks, the ones that we're getting at an 89 driving dunk. Trust me, I thought through everything on this build. Okay, so now you guys can see the correct playmaking badges. We get blow by on gold, handles for days on gold, killer combo silver, speed booster on gold, unpluckable on gold. We also got ankle breaker on gold. This badge fires off a lot more in 2K24, so I'm telling y'all, this is going to be a good badge to have. We also get triple strike on gold, which I think is actually an underrated badge. Now, the only thing left to upgrade on this build is our defense, and it's looking pretty bad right now. You guys see in the top, we're already at 94 out of 99. You guys are probably thinking, oh, this is not going to be good. How is Solo going to do this? Keep in mind, we have a 7'1" maxed out wingspan on a 6'4". A lot of other guards are going to have minimum wingspan. That alone is going to help us like play defense a lot better. Like when it comes to contests, blocking shots, all that is affected by the wingspan. Let's start off with the perimeter defense, because that is probably the most important attribute for us. We're going to go up to a 75 to get that bronze clamps. You guys see we're also getting some other badges like ankle braces, challenger, fast feet, pick dodger, workhorse, and off ball pass. Then we're going to go to our steal, and we're going to put this up to a 72 steal. This is going to give us bronze glove, as you guys will see in a second right here. Bronze glove. We also get bronze interceptor and bronze right stick gripper. With a lot of badges, like even glove, I would say this applies to. Definitely interceptor. There's certain badges where you only need them on bronze in order to get like animations. Like if you don't have interceptor at all, like you don't have it on your build, you're not going to get any of the lane steal, you know, interceptor animations. Just having this on bronze unlocks all those animations, and you're going to get a crazy amount of lane steals. Keep in mind, again, we got a max wingspan, so we're like literally hawking everything out of the air. Okay, now we're at 98 out of 99, as you guys can see on the top of your screen, and you're like, bro, okay, this is done, right? This is done. Nah, I found a way to finesse interior defense. We can get this up. Look at this. We can go up to a 62 interior defense, and just like that, we are not getting killed in the paint. 62 is valid, bro. I don't care what y'all are saying. People are just gonna hate, but look at this. This is an all-around bounce, but I want to see y'all. I want to see y'all hop in the builder and try to make something as balanced as this. It is difficult this year. I already know there's people that skip to this part of the video, so sub up if you guys are one of those people. I don't really mind it, but just show support. This build took me hours to make. I really looked at all the different animation, badge requirements, dribble move requirements, literally everything. And so this is the final build. Now, if you guys want to tweak it, what you could do is take down the Excel, but I know Excel matters a lot lot for dribblers this year, so I wanted that as high as possible, like we have it at 89. But if you want to take this down to an 88 or even an 87, you're still going to get that gold speed booster. And with this, you could potentially upgrade, you know, your interior defense to max. You could get your mid-range possibly up a little bit. You can go 99 stamina. You could do a few other things. You're not going to be able to do a lot. Like, look, if I do perimeter defense, you can only go up to a 78. And once again, if you guys skip to this part in the video and you're looking at the defense and you're like, that's kind of mid, you're right. It's not elite defense, but we have a max wingspan to make up for it. A lot of guards are not going to have max wingspan. This build gets contact dunks. It can shoot pretty good at an 86.3. You're going to be making a lot of shots with that. With a 92 ball handle, you're unlocking 99% of the dribble moves in the game. The defense is solid and the speed, excel, stamina, all the physicals are great. If we look over at the badges, you know, the tiered badge system on the right, you guys will see we get 2 Hall of Fame badges that are both finishing, spin cycle and 2-step. We have a bunch of gold badges scattered in through the tiers as we went over all the badges earlier, so you know I'm not going to mention them again. And this is a pretty good badge layout. Like if you guys were expecting to get Hall of Fame badges, those are just tough to get on balanced builds. I like this build a lot. It's time to continue, see our shades and what the build name is going to be called. So we got Nuggets, Cavs, and Trailblazers, Muhammad Abdul-Rauf, Darius Garland, and Damian Lillard. Our build is being compared to Damian Lillard. That's a huge W. We have built a floor spacing slasher. I'm not gonna lie, I like that name. I like that name a lot because a lot of people are gonna have basic names. You're gonna be seeing 3-point shot hunter. That's gonna be a big one for guards. You might see some inside out scorers, just some basic build names, but floor spacing slasher. I mean, this might become popular, you know, once I upload this video and everyone's making the build, but this is a build name that I don't think I've seen on 2K24 like before I made this build. Also, if you guys were wondering, you don't pick your takeovers this year. Some of you guys might have noticed that. Some of you guys might have forgot. When you're in game, you have one takeover meter, and when it fills, you can pick any takeover. There's also a new takeover for physicals. Sub up because I'm really plugging y'all with the best build on day one. Help me get to 700K. I already played my first games with this build, so if you want to see that video, click the video on your screen right now.